and welcome to our NewsX podcast show, which is Get Candid with Chitvan. Here with me is Dr. Dharmesh Shah, founder and director of Holistica World. Hi, Dr. Shah.
Hi.
So, Dr. Shah, my very first question to you, can you share the inspiration behind founding Holistica World and your vision for it?
All right. So it's a wonderful story behind the birth of Holistica World. And I very proudly say that I am the first customer of Holistica World. Whereupon I mean to say that the life was very good and I had been a very wonderful child psychiatrist, which is still I am. And the journey started in 2001 as a child psychiatrist and had a wonderful practice. But 2009 to 11 were some very difficult years in my life, where I had to go through 8 major surgeries. So being a psychiatrist, psychosomatization was always an area which I was dealing with. But 2009 to 11, I had gone through 8 major surgeries and very fascinated with sports, but then I had rod in my legs now, and which makes me difficult to run. So these all beautiful events, which are, I would say, great blessings of the divine, which compelled me to find out that beyond my science, which is allopathic sciences, I need something more to heal at my core. And that was the very compelling reason to search across the country and across the globe that what can be incorporated, as a part of other healing modalities so that I can heal my core. I can heal my root disturbances. And that was the wonderful blessing in disguise, which made me tour throughout the country and found out many methodologies that I can heal my inner self. So I went across many therapies and I healed myself. And once convinced with those wonderful outcomes, that became a passion and a reason. And that led to a birth of Holistica World. I very proudly want to say that the Holistica का जो जन्म है वो ICU में हुआ है. When I was in ICU and I came out of it and I could open my eyes, so that very first instance, I felt that this is amazing and has to be the reason of life. So this is what the compelling and I would say the blessing in disguise by divine for the birth of Holistica World.
So my second question to you, could you elaborate on your 3A method of awareness, analysis and action and how it transformed the healing science?
So for any disease to happen, so any chronic lifestyle diseases, so these all includes diabetes, hypertension, thyroid, migraine, PCOD, insomnia, depression, heart attacks, and any chronic diseases has a root cause. Right? Whatever we see on the surface, let's say a disturbance of sugar or hypertension or high blood pressure or high thyroid levels or high TSH levels that is seen on the surface in the blood test are the surface markers of that diseases. But there has to be a root cause because of which these people are suffering from that. So 3A method, the first is analysis. First is awareness. So where we become aware of the detailed personal history of the person, his lifestyle, the reason for his suffering, so that we become aware and we discuss with the client, with the consultation. Then we go through the detailed health first checklist and the test. Now, this is something very unique we have created and which is the gap in the society as well. So this is a very powerful crafted diagnostic tool, right? Why we have crafted? Because whatever diagnostic tools are available in the market as on today are not able to identify disease when they are young. Right? The research says that when you are found diabetic, you're 10 years late. So it has to be found early and young. So we go to the second step, which is analysis, where we go through detailed health first test as a combination of 8 tests, which gives us 3 areas. One is early intervention risk factors. Second is root cause analysis. And third, precise lifestyle management. So based on the data, what we get out of this diagnostic tool, we craft a customized strategy where we work on the root cause reversal, and that becomes the actionable part. And this circle of awareness, analysis, action continues till the time person goes into a reversal state.
So, my next question to you: how do you integrate modern medical science with the therapies like yoga, meditation, and Vedic science in your practice?
So it's a beautiful time where the history has ever come, where right merging of the best part of conventional modern medicine and our alternative therapies, we have been able to club. So that these two tracks are the part of the railway tracks, like these both goes together, where best of the best part of conventional modern medicine and the alternative therapies comes together. So modern medicine has the best parameter of measurement, of analysis. That's the best part. If you see any diseases, it's the measurement which is so very important.
Yeah.
And the precise diagnostic parameters. So modern medicine help us to find out the diagnosis and the reason of the suffering, right, with the diagnostic tests which are available at the same time what we have crafted or of our own. So these tests comes from the modern medicine background, and along with that, all those alternative therapies which work at the root cause, be it yoga, be it Ayurveda, be it physiotherapy, be it counseling, be it sound therapy, be it hydrogen therapy. So all those therapies then work at the synchronized level, ultimately helping person to achieve a disease-free state.
So nice. So my next question to you: what are the
Yeah.
some of the most remarkable transformation you have witnessed through your invitatives? Focus and ask the right questions.
So you're asking for the testimonials or the stories which has happened, right?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So we are blessed with more than now 2,500 stories and our journey of 8 years, who have either completely reversed or reversed to a 90 percentage. And the diseases what we take care of, as I said, are all NCDs, which are a major load to the society. And that takes care of diabetes, hypertension, and all that. Now, 3, 4 cases which comes to my mind. One is a case of, a diabetic, uncontrolled diabetic with HbA1c for more than 11 plus, and he was on insulin and 6 medications for that. He was on medications for cholesterol. He was on medications for hypertension. He was on medications for obesity. He was on medications for gastric disturbances. So all those metabolic disturbances was there with that person. And in spite of these many medications and insulin, his diabetes was still uncontrolled. And when we could work out on our second A part, that is, the analysis part, where through the health first, we came out with the detailed data why that person is suffering from, which pointed us to the basic cellular imbalances in the body, and the gut disturbances. So when we could work on the cellular imbalances and the gut disturbances, his diabetes started reversing. The person which was on insulin and 6 medications is now only on 2 medications with a minimal dose. Insulin is completely stopped, right? And he is all, his diabetic level on HbA1c is remaining around 7, which in spite of this many medications and insulin was 11 plus.
Oh God.
Second, we worked out with one more beautiful case of diabetics, Chitvan, that, he was on uncontrolled diabetes since almost 23 years. He's right now 52 years. Okay, so he got diabetic when he was even less than 30. Right. And when we analyzed the root causes, we found out that the root cause disturbance for this person to suffer from uncontrolled diabetes was his, lot of amount of stress in his work life. And that was leading to his work-life balance was disturbed. He was under sheer stress. And that was the culprit of his diabetes, which was getting uncontrolled. So when we worked on that, okay, so it was just not family history which is responsible for this type of diseases. There are multiple factors which are there. Third case was asthma, and we have very strong results for asthma. Just by analyzing the root cause, working on his breathing system, working on his Ayurveda Prakriti imbalances, and some are very beautiful. We have created herbal inhalation doop sticks. So these are doop sticks which are disease specific.
Okay.
So we have doop sticks for asthma, we have doop sticks for insomnia, we have doop sticks for depression, we have doop sticks for immunity. So when we started with doop sticks, it ultimately works at the respiratory route and his asthma is reversed. The person who was taking a pump, he had to take pump for at least 3 to 4 times in a day. And since almost 25 years, has completely off the pump in just 7 days.
Oh, wow.
In just 7 days.
This is a
And that's just,
drastic change.
yes, and that's not miracle.
Of course.
It's ultimately the only point is we are working at the root cause. Now, many cases of migraine are being seen nowadays.
Of course.
Okay, and the root cause of migraine disturbances is being seen at the level of cellular imbalances in form of increased pitta. So when pitta is more, body is into acidic or inflammatory state and he's suffering from migraine. So just taking painkillers is not going to be of help. And when we correct this, we have many cases of migraine who are free from the attacks within 15 days. So many stories we are blessed, and we really wish that, this, I would say these are the assets of our Indian medical history. Right.
Nice.
Indian traditional medicine has doing wonderful, and no wonder why US and other European countries are incorporating these medicines or these treatments at a very massive scale. And they have also started integrating these therapies into their major treatments.
So how does Holistica World approach the treatment of chronic illness, and what makes your method effective?
So 3A method, as we discussed, one with a detailed history of the patient. Once he comes to us, there is a detailed history taken by the medical doctor. All data are collected of previous sufferings, whatever he may be going through since years. Then the client goes through another second phase, that is analysis, where he goes through the detailed test. It's a combination of 8 tests, and after which collecting the data from the blood test and from other markers and our test markers, which is of health first. We then compile the data, we create that what the suffering is coming from, and then based on which the root cause treatments are planned, which are completely natural and customized.
So nice. So my next question to you, what advice would you give to someone seeking a holistic approach to their well-being?
So I think that should be a part and parcel of everyone's life. And that was happening in initial days. We always say that best of the best medical store is in kitchens, is in everyone's kitchen, that's round dabba, containing of all the spices, and this probably are the best medicines. So these all diseases as on today, which are non-communicable disease and a major burden, I would say we are in talks with various people across the country, across the government also, where this is a very major concern. All incidents. So these needs to be taken care, and basically the root goes in the lifestyle, the right understanding of the lifestyle. Along with that, if somebody is suffering, then of course one needs to resort to medications if it is not under control. But then along with the medications part, one always needs to incorporate these all holistic strategies, which takes care of the right sleep, the food, exercises, right breathing. So very important. If we always say, if the person learns to breathe rightly also, then he would be free from diseases. Because that's what our Rishi Munis used to do. They were only breathing right. And COVID is a big example of not breathing right. So these strategies of holistic strategies probably will definitely help person's inner army or inner potential to fight the diseases. And apart from that, if person needs medication, there is no problem. So it has to be a right converging or right mix of the medications and the lifestyle management.
what sets Holistica World apart from the other healthcare providers like Apollo and Ayush Shakti in terms of patient care and treatment outcomes?
So in medicine there or in healthcare, there are three major verticals. One is a conventional modern medicine, which you said about Apollo, right? Which is a complete and a perfect model. I would say salute to that model because the way they have covered overall system, right from clinic to pharmacy to hospitals, amazing model. Right. So that is a conventional modern medicine. Second is Ayush Shakti, as you said. These are alternative therapies. So this may be exclusively Ayurveda, this may be exclusively naturopathy,
Yeah.
exclusively Siddha, exclusively homeopathy. So these are second modalities of healthcare. And third, healthcare, which is a mix of the best of these two parts. That is integrative medical healthcare.
Hmm.
Right. So we position ourselves as integrative medical healthcare and would like to envisage, as Apollo is a big leader and opinion maker and a giant in allopathic industry, we also want that this philosophy goes viral and is spread across the country and every home so that person lives a healthy and disease-free life.
So nice. So, as we wrap up, what message would you like to leave our listener with regarding the importance of holistic health and wellness?
So very heartily message I want to say that we need to follow the law of nature. If we follow the law of nature that we eat at the right time, we sleep at the right time, we give enough digital detox, we exercise at the right time. Okay, we spend time with nature, and that's called earthing or grounding. Okay. Nature also says that we accept everything because whatever comes, nature accepts. So these all philosophies of nature, if imbibed in us and becomes a part of us, then definitely, undoubtedly, we would live a healthy and happy life.
So nice. It's a good note to end for. And thank you, Dr. Shah, for providing us insightful and anecdotes which you have provided to the people and our viewers to know about Holistica World. And thank you so much for Get Candid with Chitvan.
Thank you. Thank you, Chitvan. Thank you so much.